Hello everyone, Irish Warlock here, and welcome back to part 25 of our Final Fantasy 16 Let's Play. We're going to kick things off in just a moment after the usual quick recap. First off, actually, I'll say, sorry it's been a while since I've done any videos. It's been about a week or so. I literally said I was going to get things more regular, and then I took a week off without any explanation. I just got really sick. I don't know, based a really bad cold, and voice was barely audible, and I was coughing all the time. I was asleep quite a bit as well. I wasn't in a state to do anything. But I'm back now, and hopefully a schedule of some sort will appear out of all of this. So anyway, last time, part 24, Clive, Jill and Joshua arrived in Canver, met up with Mid, Uncle Byron and Gav with the plan of escaping on the Enterprise. Mid, Byron and Gav went to go get the Enterprise ready, while Jill, Joshua and Clive split up to go rescue citizens. Kind of failed to do that, and as Clive, we were confronted by Halbert, the platinum-haired servant slash warrior who serves King Barnabas. Fought him, killed him, then fought King Barnabas, got our asses beaten, and Barnabas has captured Jill. Went back to the hideaway, got the last components that were built by Sid and kind of hidden in the weird steampunk medieval jukebox so we could finally fix the Enterprise. Did a few side quests, which included getting ourselves some better potions, helping Blackthorn again with more of his personal problems, and helping Taja in the infirmary. That's the word I was looking for, infirmary. We then headed back to Canver, and Clive, Joshua, Byron, Gav and Torgal had to defend the Enterprise from a bunch of Akashic while it was gotten ready, and then Halbert turned up, and there was like 20 of them, 30 of them, there was a lot of them. Turns out, according to Joshua, he's not human, he's some kind of weird creation of Odin. We managed to escape. We're currently on the Enterprise. Byron has left us, essentially, to kind of go raise an army for us. Okay, cool. And then we got a little shot of Dion. Dion isn't in the hideaway anymore. He escaped. It seems he's back in Twinside. Up here. No. Over here. And has been found by the little medicine girl that we've kind of seen in the background quite a bit. But anyway, we're going on to the Enterprise and we're going to go find Jill. The Naldea Narrow. Blessed with mild currents and warm waters, the Narrow allows for swift travel to the Dominion Oriflame and stun here without having to circle through the dangerous outer seas. Alright then.
There's a lot of sea between here and Waloot, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd take 'em forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours!
That was pretty easy. Assumed it's actually her. Yeah, that looks like her.
Boys, pull ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye!
Do you feel that, Jill?
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Ooh, there he is. Looking all
One
badass.
leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold.
not sever.
Oh! That looks scary.
Great Grigos gas!
Oh, that was close.
One of us.
Hard a port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
Ram it.
It's now or never. I'll find her.
Oh. Joshua, I hope you can handle this.
Bloody hell! How to stop it!
Through the maelstrom. Okay. Let's cut through these guys, find Jill, and then maybe, hopefully, give Barnabas a bit of a kicking. Oh. Alright, that was an accident, but alright. Just gonna start hitting them with the big stuff, not even gonna try and waste time. Alright, nearly got him down. Ah, dang it. Alright. Some crew. I'm not gonna kill you guys, don't worry. Unless you try to kill me, but that's different.
I need to hurry.
Oh, that doesn't look. Oh no.
No! There he is! He wants him alive! Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you. Extra shotguns!
Should you stop trying to save the big powers just for bosses? They're good, like again, taking out massive mobs.
Near the ship!
God damn, this guy's tanky. Right, all that did a fair bit of damage to him. There we go, finally.
She must be here somewhere.
Okay, yeah, I think that's the way, but there's something up here. Probably not that useful, really. Down we go. I'm just a guy making his way through life. Well, we're sinking. That wasn't a good idea as well. Lightning attack right in the water.
Jill!
We found her! Oh, thank God. No, I knew we'd find her, but I'm surprised it was actually that quick.
Clive, how
Because
did you...
I'll explain later.
even though like it happened most at the, even though like happened really at the start of the last episode, it wasn't really that long in all things considered.
Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
So what's Odin meant to be? Is he meant to like darkness? I think we've already had this conversation, but yeah, I think Odin's meant to be darkness.
Odin.
Like if Bahamut was light, yeah, it makes sense. Odin is darkness. A shadow or something.
Honest then.
No. Ooh, that looks cool. Oh, the Ainhar isn't going to be saved. I feel bad for all that crew. I was like, I won't kill you guys, but your boss might. God, we're on the seafloor now. Jesus.
Can you go on?
I think so.
I mean, the water's not crashing down around them, so I assume it's going to stay up, but where are they going to go? Can I walk all the way to land from there?
But to where?
Oh no, he's here.
You. What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive.
He better.
This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple?
Not really, no. It's probably a lot more difficult than that.
The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
All that theatrics just to put on a helmet.
It is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate, however much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Where is she going to go?
Trust me, Jill.
Okay.
We don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do. Only to remind you of your duty. In a short time since our last meeting, you've grown much. It has impressed me.
I feel like I'm not meant to win this fight though. It just seems like this is... Yeah, I have a feeling this is just going to be a survive, not defeat kind of thing.
All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping them.
Okay, yes, strength.
A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
Oh, don't you speak of Sid like that.
This world nor our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might.
Come on.
You will assume the mantle you've been given.
No.
And thus is the light of hope severed.
Oh!
You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Jill, you were told to run. And why are you in your normal clothes, not the cool badass ones I gave you?
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. apart from you, Mythos. You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos.
Just have the whole world
Turn
be a bunch of
back.
mindless monsters.
For too
That doesn't
long
make sense.
has mankind been
What do you mean
led
turn
astray
back?
by
Were they
their
all Akashic to
clamorous
begin with?
wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
The faster
Well, we're
it
boned.
binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try.
Come on, Jill.
Don't look back!
Clive bested. Oh, God. Hey, we did level up, though. That's... we were bested, but we leveled up. That's something. Oh, so we made it to Ash, though. I mean, that's good. That was kind of the whole goal. Get to Ash, destroy the last Mother Crystal.
I hope the others
Assuming
are safe.
Just say what I was about to say, Jill. I hope the Enterprise is okay.
Made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice
Oh,
where it led.
okay.
We need only wait till dawn.
Might have to get the NSFW sensor ready.
This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless us against him.
Then maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for, of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
Oh, you're more than that, Clive.
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all.
Yourself.
You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive.
Hovering over that censor button.
And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done.
Swear to God, if he doesn't kiss her, tell her how he feels.
And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. those I love. And I will gladly bear your burdens too. Until my
Aww.
last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill. We will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
My God, finally. Yay! It took them long enough, that's for sure. Like episode 4, I was like, are they gonna kiss? Are they gonna actually admit how they feel about each other? Probably not episode 4, but around that time, very early on. Is this it now? Are we off to the last Mother Crystal? Save the world and be big freaking heroes? Suppose we have to try and link up with the others first. Oh, wait, there they are. I mean, that was easy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
Oh, he'll turn up by himself.
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherja is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her.
Really? It's just
But
one
they
ship.
know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
We just got here, really? Oh, fine, I guess we'll leave after spending ages just trying to get here. But okay then. Alright, back to the hideaway. I swear to God, if there's a bunch of side quests to do, I'm gonna crack up.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall. I struggle to believe it myself. I see your uncle isn't with you. He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar.
We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Hey, so what are we gonna do now? Oh, but we got the power of ice.
I should
Nice.
visit Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
God frickin' damn it. This bloody blacksmith. Okay, well. We got a side quest there, side quest there. We got a letter that possibly has a side quest. And we got. Oh my god, we've got so many side quests. Oh, I think that's just the rest of this video's side quests. Oh god, no. Okay, you'd have information, won't you?
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look.
Okay, so Isabella wants me. Martha wants me. Lubor at the Damel Inn. Theodore in Bockland. Or Bocklad, however you want to pronounce it. And Cyril and oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of the Undying guys, isn't it? Yeah, this is going to be a busy episode.
Always something in there.
Let's start with the three that are here. August, what is wrong with this blacksmith now?
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing at Aoife like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned, or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the whole place will be overrun.
Okay, let's go.
Let that happen.
Didn't think he would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
See you there, I guess. Okay, actually, before we do any of that, though, let's get some ice. Okay, so that's the big one, which we're obviously gonna get. That's kind of cool. And what's its like circle one? Oh, it's like a cool glide. Okay, that one's cool. We're gonna get this stove and upgrade that. Right, well, we'll see how that gets on next time we get into a fight. One there, and then the other one's up there. Okay, cool.
Stews awfully thin these days.
What do you expect? Farmers are abandoning fields as well as their roots.
Sir, I and the other Cursebreakers have grown concerned regarding the well-being of our captain. Despite the apparent unrest her recent investigations have visited upon her, Lady Doris refuses all offers of assistance. If it is not too much trouble, I would ask you to please speak with the captain and learn what troubles her. Okay, we can do that.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
If I'm right, she hangs out just where Otto is, so we can speak to her over there. Well, we do need to get a few potions. And I am going to speak to Blackthorn just if I can tell him about what's going on, but we'll see.
Still alive, are ya?
Yes.
If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. As long as you keep me in good potions.
You know. It'd better all be here. Is that all?
Seriously, I gave you a couple of grand, woman. No, can't say anything.
Not saying fortune, do you?
I can get a new sword.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Cool. So that's obviously Jill's. Well, not Jill's sword, but the sword I get for having Jill's powers.
I've never had anything so delicious.
That looks like it's in Mid's little basement laboratory, so we'll head down there. Okay, can't go that way.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for a lesson today?
What a wonderful idea, Jocelyn. Let's do just that. With Canva in the hands of Akashic, we'll need to find another port.
Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh, I hope not.
We still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermal amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that.
Did I?
Chance you could help me too?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah.
Sounds pretty easy.
Short mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
Will do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
Okay, so fetch quest. Although we need to talk to Doris before we can do that. And we'll probably go to
The Enterprise.
Dravost with August first. I think that sounds like the best place to start.
She don't need sails or oars, but she's still the fastest ship on the sea.
help, you said?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's alright.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Okay, so we need to find her at Martha's Rest. And we have to talk to Martha for a quest already there, so... yeah, we'll save that for now. Oh god, there's so much. Yeah, we're starting with Dravodstow.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you could swing a hammer,
I never thought I'd have to. Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
welcome back. Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip.
Damn it, August.
Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am. Thought you could sneak off without me, did ya?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoldan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it.
Shocker.
Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chieftain to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish
Excuses.
prick, but I
Sounds
only
more like
did
excuses.
what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off. You, ready for the off, then? Cheers, Clive.
Prick or not, I won't abandon Dravost to a swarm of Akashic. Prick or not, I won't abandon Dravost to a swarm of Akashic.
Just say the word. The villagers know to keep out of sight when the fighting starts.
Okay, yeah, I thought if I talked to them there'd be a bit more, but
Ready for the off, then?
no, so we shall head off.
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravoj till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
Oh, hello.
Alright. Which one of you's first?
Right, well, let's try some ice powers. Okay, this glide is really cool, actually. Okay, yeah, it's not terrible. They're pretty decent. Like that big one, oh, diamond dust. That'd be good for like a lot of enemies clumped together kind of thing, not just one big one. Oh, hell, it's Griffin. Oh, why do I keep doing it like that? Okay, that's stagger, and now just keep waiting. wasn't too hard.
Is that it? Apparently not.
Oh, is that a chimera? Oh no.
You're not getting past me.
Oh, he's a tanky boy. Oh, sugar. God, we've only got it down to half. Come on, stun already. Come on. Okay, I'll just get closer myself. I nearly got him.
Nice try.
Few more hits. There we go.
Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Oh, you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
need to think of a more long-term solution for this.
Sid! You're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravoged won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly,
Very true, actually.
home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravoged isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravoged what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
Oh? Another one of these bloody seals.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravoged in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. between the two of us. I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Okay, I'm already gonna get a new sword after getting this one, so we won't go back to them just yet. Right. So new quest there, and spherical echoes up here. Well, we'll go get a spherical echo, and then we'll go get the other spherical echoes, and then we'll go look for Doris. And then after Doris, well, that's where Martha is, so I guess we'll go talk to Martha. How do I run? Oh yeah, R2. So yeah, get these echoes, then talk to Doris and Martha, and then go do the other side quests, and then hideaway, go back to the hideaway at the very end.
I'll need to deal with these ones first.
Okay, not bad on a group. Got them all down to about half. Okay, get back, get back.
Now to find this spherical echo.
And that's one.
This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
Hey, and where are they? Okay, one here, and the other's up by Isabel. Okay, so maybe we'll go get the other spherical echo and talk to Isabella then instead.
The people of Armor might not have been the friendliest sorts. They didn't deserve this. Not that the Ether cares. It springs up wherever it likes. Nowadays that seems to be all over. I know you guys.
Oh, poor Amber. I mean, everybody there was a horrible ass, but still.
The whole village is turned.
Right, well, we might as well put them down. I mean, they supported the Black Shields. Like, it's not like I like them, but still, this kind of sucks. Poor schmucks. Right then, where are you guys? dodge. Just hit him in the butt. Wow. God, this put up a hell of a fight. There we go.
Two down, one to go.
Okay. Off to the Empire. Or the old part of the Empire, anyway. Pick up some potions while I'm here, actually.
I doubt you'll get more than that in the capital.
Well, the capital's a flaming room at the moment because of your prince, so yes.
I
I
do like
definitely would not do better in the capital.
An excellent choice. You've a keen eye. I do like a customer who knows what he wants. Why?
Right, okay, get the last sphere from here. And then maybe, you know what, I'll head actually back to the hideaway and cash in the 2 quests that I have open, then I'll go to Martha instead. Just kind of making this whole thing up as I go along, really. Right then, here we are. Using everything, I don't care. No point saving any of it. Oh, that was easy. And it's over there.
That's all of them. Owain can uncross his toes now.
Okay, well, let us head back to the hideaway then. I really don't like that so many of these last few videos as well have just been like a little bit of main quest and a whole lot of side quest, but like I don't know which ones, but I know at some point side quests lock off if you progress the main quest too far, and I just don't want to risk missing anything even somewhat important. Like, I don't know if the game's ending can be affected by which side quests I have and haven't done, or like I'm wondering all those seals I keep getting, are they going to be important for the ending? The more of them I have from the different factions, because most of them I've gotten from side quests, not from the main quest. So, I don't know, but that's why I kind of want to make sure when I get a side quest I do it immediately and not risk missing out on anything important.
Ah, Sid. Wasn't expecting you back so soon. So, is it good news or bad?
Here, take your weird spheres.
Good, thankfully. Here.
Ah, that's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million! I'll fit 'em to the smelter right away! I present to you the Telemon Furnace! Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
Well, let him do stuff. I want to carry more
Buy
potions.
me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal.
Why does that sound so weird?
If you insist.
Sounds like a terrible superhero.
You'll love it, I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Hey, more potions. And they're maximized. Cool. Right then. Yeah, that's fine. Well, we'll stop in with Sharon when we're off talking to Blackthorn.
So, she don't need sails or oars, but she's still the fastest ship on the sea.
How do you split the sea?
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
Ah, the man himself. We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We were using his
Everything
level
we've
work for the
gathered.
grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
Ooh, that looks cool.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
Now that's a name.
Quite something.
And I'll use Ragnarok to kill Odin.
Good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah.
This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravozd. We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok.
Oh, really?
Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate. Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Oh, that's a name I'm not even going to pronounce.
Trouble with your gear, or... I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend of me, Clive. The best. So, what'll it be?
Okay, what do I need to do this sword? A lot.
That it?
Okay, well I probably have some monsters to tick off on the Monster Hunter board, but I'll do all that in my own time. For now, let's see this new one. Yeah, it's a step up of the sword I literally just made 10 minutes ago. If that's a criticism I have for this game, it's that you can cycle, even just using the unique weapons, like the purple and gold ones, you can cycle through weapons very quickly, which sometimes makes upgrading a weapon entirely pointless. Alright, let's head to Martha's Rest.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of pep here.
Right then, talk to Martha in there, or search for Doris up here. We'll start with Doris.
Nearby. Assuming she's still here.
I don't think I've been around this way before.
Hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Right then, where is that? All the way down here, Jesus. Okay then, well, let's save some bearers. Right then, let's find these Imperials. Nope, found them.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try.
Man, just hit him with another big one. Pretty easy. Yeah, that's what you need every once in a while. Just an easy fight you can breeze right through. Just to remind everyone how strong you are.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause.
Good.
To liberate
Really
the
didn't want to
bearers of
kill you,
this world.
Doris.
Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Well, don't even have the choice.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be alright.
Hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
A lot of similarities between us and Doris and everyone else here. Makes sense, though. Right, well, we got a new missive, but where will we go next? I think we head back to Martha's Rest. I think we'll maybe do the one with Martha and maybe the one over here with the Dame, and then leave the other three. Yeah, we're not going to have time to do all three. We'll leave the other three for the start of the next episode and hopefully speed through them and then do the main quest for like the later half of the next episode. So yeah, off to Martha and then to the Dame.
Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As have those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach 'em. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Alright then, well, anything for you and Sir Wade.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Right then, on to Sir Wade. And thank God we have fast travel. What's up, Wade?
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gazal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashik, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lacked men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord.
Are you? It's a bit of a stupid idea to send untrained bearers in.
My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will, a home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
A freaking frying pan.
What do you do?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women,
fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Await, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
Right then, let's kill a bunch of Akashic.
Before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
Not again. No, I wish I'd Garuda to pull it down. No, sugar. I think that was all of them, was it? Be very surprising if it was.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Alright then, gotta sprint to Martha's Rest. Or halfway between it. Hello, oh, hello.
There it is. With me, Torgal.
Oh, sugar.
You're finished.
There we go.
All right. Back to East Pool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too, and I could hardly call myself an East Poolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade.
Ugh, that's a horrible
But you should be
name.
proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Thank you again for all you have done for me and mine, my lord. You may rest assured that Eastpool will be safe in my hands. Thanks to you.
Well, nice little coming together story of everybody. Suppose we'll head over to Martha and finish it off and then go talk to the dame.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, The cheeky horse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled, and then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing, to make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Oh, something to put up in the chambers. Cool. I was like, what's a weird crafting material name? Alright then. One more quest to do over with the dame, and then we're done. I feel like we're definitely coming towards the game's ending, because a lot of the little arcs that were in the side quests, like with obviously with Sir Wade and the Guardians and Martha and the fella in Lost Wing who's out for revenge, I've forgotten his name now, but they all seem to kind of be wrapping up. So if a feeling this could be maybe like one of the last times we talk to the dame, outside of any time she comes back for the main quest, but I feel like, yeah, we're starting to see the game's ending approach.
What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men.
if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try?
I mean, I will, but I don't think he's going to listen.
Worse than I did.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck. I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
If we've met him, I don't remember him. I'm literally trying to go through people in my head. I'm like, I have no idea.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later.
Yeah, I don't want to get involved in that.
The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose.
Revolution!
Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
As long as you remain, the Veil will see to your needs.
You needn't fret. The creatures have...
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Well, there's an idea.
The dame certainly has a way with the men of the garrison. If only all our problems could be solved so easily.
Why, your stall is as...
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Okay, so that's at least some people we could count on.
Those things I said before about not being able to fight, you didn't mean them.
I know.
Get it, boy!
And you are. The man I love.
Hello, sir. I'm just doing a quick survey about your new
Excuse
ruler.
me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. But I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, But if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Huh. Well, that is not what I was expecting. Maybe that's just a one-off, but I suppose we'll see more of an opinion when I talk to the next person.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sandbreck is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
Right, I'm noticing a bit of a difference between the people inside the wall and outside the wall. Please, we need Dion to come back and get his act together.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children.
Yeah, I
If the
suppose
Duke
that's
can
fair.
get us cement and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
I left everything in the...
Ah, there he is.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that Duke, he's obviously going about it the wrong way, but, like, he's making some sense. Like, I mean, some as in, like, 5%, but... I think this is a bit of a tricky one. I don't think it's going to go the way the Dame wants, though.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again.
Hey, you know where I am.
Until then.
Despite my repeated advances, His Eminence has proven a difficult conquest.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll manage.
Fortunately, I am nothing if not persistent. But, be that as it may, I might yet need you to
Right, so I guess I'm not done with Isabel, and I'm probably not done with Martha and Wade either. I think there'll probably be two more that drag on a bit more until the end of the game, which is fine. As I said, it's nice to have these long continuing quest lines that kind of add to the world and everything. But we will get back to all of that next time. So next time we will come down here and do these 3 side quests. One over here in Bocklads, one in Tabor, and one more at the Dalmill Inn. And then once we get those 3 knocked out of the way, hopefully very quickly, like 20 to 30 minutes, we'll come up here. I do really want to keep going. I haven't played this in a while and I do miss it, but this video's gone on long enough as it is, so that'll be next week. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do give it a like and a comment, it's greatly appreciated. Don't forget to check me out on Twitter and on Medium, and of course you can subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all content going forward. And I shall see you all next time.